morning students, welcome to the class. In today's class, we need to learn about the other type of the government, that is monarchy. Yes, we are in the third chapter in the civics, that is what is government. Yes, in the last class we have discussed about the types of the government, democratic governments and monarchy. So, in the last class we have completed up to democratic governments. Yes, today's class has to start with the explanation of monarchy. What is monarchy and which form of the government it is? It is completely opposite of democracy. In democratic countries, people will elect the representatives and they will take the decisions for the people. And the government is answerable to the people. So whatever the things done by the government, they have to explain to the country people. It is the responsibility of the government to explain the things to the people. But as it is opposite to the democracy, in the monarchy, the queen or the king will rule the country and they will not explain anything to the people. They have some particular number of people, like small group of people. They will discuss all the decisions with that group of people only. So this group of people only will take the decisions for entire country. And they will not give any explanation for their deeds. So in a monarchy, a queen or king will rule the country and they won't listen the word of the people. According to their wish, they will rule the country. It is very dangerous to the people who lives in that country. Sometimes the decisions taken by the king or queen are not pleasing by the people. So it is not good for all types of countries. Right. So now we need to move to the next subtopic in our lesson, that is democratic government. From 2 days onwards we are learning about democratic country, democratic government, right? Yes. India is a big democratic country, of course we know. There is a lot of struggle to get our country back from the hands of Britishers. Yes, after a long movement, we can get back our country from the hands of Britishers. As soon as we got the independence, then we gave the power to the people to decide the country future. So that means the basic idea behind the democratic country is giving the participation to the people in decision making through the elections. Yes. Through the elections, the people in the democratic country elected their representatives. They will talk on behalf of these people in the assembly and they take the decisions which are going to do good to the people who elected them. So this is the basic idea behind the democratic country. And one more important point in the democracy is, now in the world countries, if any country would like to call as democratic country, means it has to provide universal adult franchise to its people. Unless it providing the universal adult franchise, we cannot call that country is the democratic country. So, as par with the elections, this universal adult franchise also has a lot of importance in democratic countries. Then, what is this universal adult franchise? Yes. Here you can observe that in the world countries, once upon a time, only few members gave the permission to cast their vote or to participate in elections. Like mostly men who are wealthiest persons are eligible to cast their vote. So women or the persons who did not have any property are not eligible persons to utilize their vote. So only few men who are wealthy and rich people are allowed to participate in the elections. So means with few number of the men, they has to decide the future of the country and they has to take the decisions which related to the total country. How far it is good? So for example, in a country 20 lakh people are there. Out of that 1000 wealthy men are there. So these 1000 men only will decide and these 1000 men only will take the decisions which applicable to 20 lakhs people. So how far it is good? So Mahatma Gandhi and other national leaders also fight against this type of system. And before independent India, we faced the same situations in India. Yes, they won't allow all the people to utilize their vote in the elections. They restricted the voting right to certain men who are educated and who are wealthy. So Mahatma Gandhi and our national leaders opposed this idea and they fight for the universal adult franchise. As soon as we get the independence, as soon as India become a free nation, our national leaders proposed for the universal adult franchise, which means all the people who have 18 years of age can able to participate in elections in spite of their gender, religion, caste, social and economic background. So, if you are a citizen of India, if you have 18 years, you can go and participate in the elections. So, there are no other restrictions are there on the head of the citizens. This is called universal adult franchise. So, where all the people in a country who are having the 18 years of age can participate and cast their vote in the elections. Yes. In the page number 32, you have provided one information that is about fighting for the women voting rights. So, fight for the vote often called as suffrage. Yes, this symbol or this image indicating that women's suffrage. At the time of First World War, when all the men are engaged in the war, so the women has called for the doing work in the factories. So at that time in the US and UK, the people came to know that there is no difference between the work of men and women. So women also can do the work as same as men. Then why can't we give the equal preference to women as par with the men? So that's why they decided that women are not weak. Women can do as equal with men. So then onwards, the women started for their rights, especially voting right. That is called suffrage. Yes, in 1920 and 1928, USA and UK gave the freedom to their women to cast their vote in the elections. This is the information that we can get from page number 32. So, in the world, nowhere there is equality in voting rights. So, some countries fought a lot to get the voting rights. And some countries did a lot of struggle, underwent a lot of struggle to get their voting rights. But in India, as soon as we got the independence, as soon as when we have decided to conduct the first general elections, then our national leaders gave universal adult franchise where everyone can able to participate in the elections and they can utilize their voting right. Here we have the views of Mahatma Gandhi on this issue. He expressed his views in a journal called Young India, which published in 1931. So according to this view, we can tell that the people who are having the wealth, who are rich, those people only allowed to vote, even though they are bad. And the people who are in good character and who are doing the hard work day and night, they are not able to cast their vote and they are not allowed to participate in the elections only because of the reason that they are poor and illiterate. So this is not at all fair and good. So Mahatma Gandhi felt a lot because of these deeds of Britishers. And he would like to give the voting right to all the adults in India in spite of their caste, gender and social economical backgrounds. That's why our national leaders introduced universal adult franchise in India. Yes. By this, we have completed the chapter 3 in civics, that is, what is a government. So go through the videos once again, then you can have a better understanding regarding the lesson. And for every video, I am attaching the textbook pages with underlining. You just please underline the same sentences in your textbooks. They may be helpful like important points and for big part. Thank you.